Hello guys, welcome back to this channel. Today we have special guests who will explain to us a little about technology. We have Sofirul Gilang, Rizky, and Nandito. So what bring you guys today in our channel?
We came here to talk about artificial intelligence, didn't we?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I guess that's pretty interesting topic. Why don't we start, guys?
Okay. Sure. Before we start, here's our number. Like I said before. Well, before I start, let's take a look at this slide. Because we will talk around this topic, computer, robot, and AI. And I guess many of you guys already know what robot is. Robot, robot is a set of mechanical device that can perform physical tasks and anything else. Robots have various forms according to their function and purpose, starting from the form of humanoid, machine, animal, and else. And initially, the robot was fully controlled by human. However, did you know that there are various kinds of robots that have ability to move independently?
Let's review old movies. Many movies about robots such as Transformer, AR Runner, Alita, and else. But I'm sure many of you have watched the Terminator movie. Told in the year 2029, there was damage on Earth due to the action of robots. At that time, the robots ruled the Earth. They were like humans. They are able to create other robots, but the robot get resistance from a human named John Connor, son of Sarah Connor, and his troops, Kelly Reyes, etc. The Apple robot in 2029 then created a robot called the Terminator, which was sent to 1984 to kill Sarah Connor, John Connor's mother, so that John Connor was not burned. Fortunately for all the viewers, surely understand what happened to this film. But we won't talk about the film any further. However, we will talk about what control the robots. As explained earlier, the film is set in 1984, where in that year also created a network or system that can think automatically called Skynet. Long story short, because the mind of the system developed, he began to think that humans should be exterminated from the face on this earth.
Well, let's hope that does not happen in our world, right?
All right.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, let's hope everything is alright. Now let's continue. Like Dava said before, there are some robots that control manually and there are robots that can think and act automatically. Those who move and think are automatically programmed to do so, which programmed to think like that is called artificial intelligence.
But before we talk about artificial intelligence, let's talk about computer a little. Everyone know that a computer is a tool used to process data according to a procedure that has been formulated, but before computer become the thing that we know at present, long ago, computer was created as a calculating tool in 1820. Then the computer developed into the first, second, third, fourth, and fifth generation to the modern computer that we know today. As mentioned earlier, that the computer consists of programs as calculation tool. It's the same with artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence or AI is a simulation of the intelligence possessed by human, which is modeled in the machines and programmed to think like humans. In other words, AI is a computer system that can do jobs that generally require human power or human intelligence to complete the job, AI is programmed to continue to learn and improve itself from mistakes it has made. Talk about AI. I remember something from Iron Man movie. When Tony Stark used his Iron Man suit, he has a guide who can talk. What's the name of his guide again?
I think his name was Jarvis, right?
Ah, yeah, Jarvis. Jarvis in Iron Man movie is an example of a perfect AI created by Stark. He can think, he can act, he can literally doing almost 90% of Tony Stark's jobs. He is the one who's simulating what will happen in Stark problem and help solving it.
Sure, Jarvis did a lot of amazing job in the movie. But in real life, do we have an AI like him? Let's see another sample of AI. On a chess game, on a chess game, there is a grandmaster level. In short, if humans can learn or do one step at a time on the chess while thinking about the next step, then AI can simulate hundreds to thousands of steps to find a move that can lead to victory. But that doesn't mean that AI cannot lose. It's just the percentages of losing is smaller than 1%. AI needs experience and data so that its intelligence can be even better. Important points in the AI process are learning, reasoning, and self-correction. AI needs to learn to enrich its knowledge. The AI learning process is not always prompted by humans, but AI will learn by itself based on AI's experience when used by humans. Broadly speaking, an artificial intelligence can do one of the following four factors. Number one, acting humanly. The AI can act like humans. Two, thinking humanly. The AI can think like humans. Three, think rationally. The AI is able to think rationally. And four, act rationally. The AI is capable of acting rationally.
We know that artificial intelligence is used in many parts in our life. Here are the deep use of AI that we have encountered in everyday life. The first is face recognition or deepfake. One example of AI is deepfake technology. This AI serves to recognize the face of people in photo posts. With this technology, you no longer need to manually tag someone in the photo because this AI will do it. Maybe you are wondering, how did the AI know that the person in the photo is you? You need to know that before the AI can identify that the person in the photo is you, it will be trained based on the data. AI can identify that the person in the photo is you. The AI will be trained based on the data. The data is obtained when you take people in previous photos and from the result of AI suggestion for people in photos that you approve. After the AI has practiced and has a lot of data, the AI will later be able to identify the person in the photo. The second is VR. VR, or also known as virtual reality, is a technology that can make individuals interact for real with imaginary objects resulting from computer simulations. Generally, this technology is used as an observation tool in almost all fields. In the game industry, VR is also often used. VR technology coupled with AI can later be personalized according to the needs of its user. For example, the imaginary application of AI in VR technology can be seen in the film Iron Man. In the film, all film, char- all film characters can live and interact with the data. In other words, in addition to provide a more vivid visualization, the operation of AI VR can also be personalized according to the needs of its users. The third is search algorithm on Google, Instagram, and YouTube. Google, Instagram, and YouTube has used AI technology to provide recommendation for reading content and entertainment sites that suits your taste. When you do a search on Google or YouTube or Instagram, You definitely see some search terms filling the search field automatically. Behind this Google autocomplete feature that show prediction as you type a search term character by character, Google used a combination of technologies behind leading search engines, including neural networks, deep learning, machine learning, and artificial intelligence. Those, those are some of the examples of applications of AI technology in various fields of daily life. In addition to this example, AI technology has also been used for facial ID recognition on mobile phones, electronic mail or email, entertainment applications, and social media such as Facebook and Netflix, Google Navigation or Google Maps, video games, and so on. And also e-commerce, decision-making algorithm, chatbot, AI robotics, smart car or smart glass, and many else.
Wow, artificial intelligence surely useful not just for calculation, decision making, but surely AI helping us in our daily life based on the purpose of the program. Speaking of which, there is the general purpose of goal of artificial intelligence. Like this, the purpose of making AI, the make machines smarter, understand the intelligence, make the machine more useful, reduce work time so that activity can be more efficient. Using art, using AI will make humans will find it easier to carry out an activity and make a decision. And finally, make the processing time of a job much faster. Hopefully, in the future, AI can help almost all of problem solving. So, for example, we do research to solve particularly a problem, and AI can simulate what will happen next. So our research become more faster, so that technology will develop rapidly, as we see in futuristic film, uh, uh, like city in the movie, like the city we see in the movie, yeah, like this.
I see, but didn't AI is dangerous perhaps? Just because like Nandito said, their mind can evolve and going to become a killer system that hunt human, just like Terminator movie?
Do not worry about that. This person, Mr. Utama, who researches artificial intelligence from Bandung Institute of Technology or ITB, has been interviewed. With the continued development of the AI world, is there a possibility that AI can develop to be like a Terminator that can hurt humans? When asked about that, Mr. Utama replied that the possibility could happen maybe in about 50 years or so. However, he explained that what really matters is how we keep it from going in that direction. He gave an example of two Google AI models that turned out to be able to create their own language. However, because the researchers couldn't understand the meaning of the language, the researchers finally decided not to proceed with the project to avoid greater risks. From there, we know that AI can indeed develop everywhere and how it became. The control remains with humans. So the point is that the control is in us. How far do you want to go? But if asked if it's possible, I'm optimistic that it is possible. But will it be bad to us? Yes, but I hope not. Mr. Utama also explained that the current development of AI is very, very fast. However, he emphasized that this rapid development applies to weak AI that is created to handle specific tasks, such as robots in car factories, not until anyone has the ability like the Terminator. So,
So I guess we say for now.
ah,
Alright, and this is the strength and weakness of artificial intelligence. First, the advantage of artificial intelligence. AI is neutral and does not discriminate. meaning that making decision is more real and correct, in contrast to humans who sometimes still have a considerations. The second, artificial intelligence is permanent, meaning it cannot be changed back, but can be used over and over again. And then the weakness of artificial intelligence. The first is making human performance decline in various fields of work because it has been replaced by artificial intelligence. And the capabilities of artificial intelligence are limited, meaning that the system is limited to doing certain things. It cannot do things more like humans.
So, the conclusion of today is the adoption of AI has greatly impacted the way we live, interact, and enhance our experience and comfort. AI is constantly evolving, and there is such more to come in the year to come. Certainly, even better AI with more improvement, development, and implementation. Artificial intelligence does not always have a negative connotation that will replace the role of humans. Although there are some jobs that can be replaced by AI, AI also bring new job or professions such as data scientists, for example. One thing that is more One thing that is important, you should not be too negative about the capabilities of AI, but you should be worried about the AI incompetence now. Maybe you can learn a lot at once like AI, but you can work with AI. Maybe there is something that humans need to take hundreds of years to find, whereas with the collaboration between you and AI, it can be found in the matter of days.
I see that the conclusion for today of AI. And finally, David Ernest has said that artificial intelligence has the same relationship with the intelligence as artificial flower with flowers. I guess that's all from us about AI. We deeply apologize for any mistake. Uh, Thank you everyone and see you in another video.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Goodbye, goodbye.
Bye bye.